Okay, today we're going to learn some halacha like maris ha'ayin. Some things we're not allowed to do, even though it's not an isur. It's maris ha'ayin. So, where it applies, where it doesn't apply, that isur of maris ha'ayin, which is drabanan. You're not doing any isur. People should not think you're doing an isur. You're not doing it. So there's a mishnah in Masechet Shabbos Daf Kuf Memvav Omod Beis. The mishnah says this: Mishnah Noshru Kelov Baderech B'Mayim. Meaning he is going on the way, and his clothing all got wet, whether from a big rain, whether to the point that he mamash it's pouring out water. Ma'alech bohem ve'eno choishesh. Okay, you could walk with them. You know, it's not choishesh l'schita because it's on you. You're just walking with them. Higia lechotzer achitzoyno. If you come to the Chotzer HaChitzono, wherever you come first, Chotzer HaChitzono, Shoitchan B'chamo, Avalo Keneged Ha'om. So you could put them out over there to dry up, you're not squeezing it, but no Keneged Ha'om, not in front of people, because if you're going to put in front of people, at Maris Ha'ayin, people might think that you made a laundry on Shabbos. And that's Isra D'Oraisa, to make a laundry on Shabbos. So now, that's the Mishnah. Comes the Gemara, Omar Rabbi Omar Rav, Kol Mokem She'osru Chachamim B'nei Maris Ha'ayin Afilu B'chadre B'chadorim Osur. So it's not only the Mishnah says only Osur Maris Ha'ayin when it's when people the public see it, but if you do it in your own room, nobody is there, you're allowed to hang your laundry. If you're not doing it, I'm talking about the laundry that you did before Shabbos, or you came in the middle of the rain, you got all soaked wet. You could take it and hang it in your room, nobody's seeing it. Comes the Rav Yehuda, the name of Rav says no. If it's also Mishum Maris Ayin B'Rabim, Afilu B'Chadre Chadorim also. Even on your own, you cannot hang a laundry that you did before Shabbos and got wet on Shabbos, because whatever it's also Mishum Maris Ayin, even B'Chadre Chadorim also. So the Gemara questioned Rav. It says clearly in the Mishnah against Rav, Shotchan B'Chama V'Lo Keneged Ha'om. The Gemara says Tanoi, the Tanya Shotchan B'Chama V'Lo Keneged Ha'om, Rabbi Elazar Rav Shimon Oisrin. So Rav Paskin like Rabbi Elazar Rav Shimon, not like our Mishnah. Memele, according to Rav, it's Osur, even B'Chadre Chador Mishum Maris Ha'ayin. So whatever is Isur Maris Ha'ayin, it's not only Osur when the public, even public doesn't see it, it's Osur. Now, La Halacha, what would do La Halacha with this? So, most of the Rishonim Paskan like Rav, Rabbeinu Nisim Goen, Paskan like the Mishnah, which is according to Rabbeinu Nisim Goen, if it's B'Chadre Chadorim, you would be allowed to do it. L'maisa, like I said, here's the Shulchan Aruch in Shimon Shin Aleph Halacha Mem Hey. Misha Noshru Kelev B'Mayim. Hoylach B'Mayim V'Nechosh Shema Yovo Schita. You could walk with them, obviously, and with no chashash of schita. Everybody's saying you either got into water or got rain over there. But lo yishtechem lenakvam, you cannot put them out to dry up. Mipnei maris ha'ayin shelo yachshadu. What's a maris ha'ayin? People might think shekivson b'Shabbos. You made a laundry on Shabbos. Va'afilu b'chadre b'chadorim she'en shom royim. Even nobody sees you. It's b'chadre chadorim. It's in your own room. Also. Okay, now so according to this comes out, halacha l'maisa, like I said, most poskim like Rav Yehuda Rav, that you're not allowed to do something that was also originally in the Maris Ha'ayin, even B'Chadre Chadorim, you're not allowed to do. Now, what happened if according to this, if you had a laundry that you do before Shabbos, and you hung them outside? It's not so practical today. Most people have dryers today. But let's say you hung before Shabbos your laundry. Could you leave it there for the whole Shabbos? The laundry, people see that because why not? Maybe the whole idea you're not allowed to put it out on Shabbos. People might think you did the laundry on Shabbos. Even you did it on Friday, but it's hanging over there outside. People on Shabbos, people might think you did the laundry on Shabbos. So the Rashba says, no, you're allowed to do it. If you did the laundry before Shabbos, you're allowed to do it, and that's how the Mechaber Pasken, and everybody must him to that. אבל אם שותח מערב Shabbos, כלים המכובסים, אין לו חייב לסלקון b'Shabbos. You don't have to, if you did it before Shabbos, you're not mechuyev to you're not mechuyev to remove them when Shabbos comes, because the whole idea of Maris Ha'ayin over here, if it's happening on Shabbos, if you did it before Shabbos, there's no problem with that.
There's no problem leaving it
There's no
over
problem leaving
Shabbos.
it hanging at if he did it before Shabbos, yeah. And he brings a very strong raya, the Rashba for this. The Mishnah, the Gemara in Maseches Beya, the Gemara says over there, you're not allowed to move your ladder from one cage to another. Let's see, when a shech pigeon on Yom Tov, you're not allowed to move your ladder from one cage to another because people might think you're going to fix your roof. So the Rashba says, what happened if you had a ladder standing in your backyard before Yom Tov? What, we're going to tell you put it down because people might think you're going to fix the roof? No. The Gemara don't say that. So obviously it says over there also people might think you have the ladder over there because you're going to go fix the roof. Elamai, if it was there before Shabbos, there's no such a chashash. Something over here says if you hung your laundry before Shabbos, on Shabbos you don't have to remove it. And that's, like I said, nobody argue with this halacha. That's halacha. Okay. Now, so that's, again, we cleared one halacha. Maris Ayin, it's also afilu b'chadre chadorim. Even if originally it was also Maris Ayin, even b'chadre is also. Now the another shaila over here. When we say the halacha Maris Ayin, it's in everything. Let's say there is isur drabonon. Would you say over there it's also mishum Maris Ayin? The whole idea of Shabbos, lagabe, if you have a laundry, you should not put it. Even b'chadre chadorim, you have a wet towel, very wet. You cannot even b'chadre to hang it out to dry up, because if it would be barabim, you're not allowed. People might think you did a laundry. Laundry is isur d'oraisa. So what happens if it's isur d'rabonon, and you're doing something gonna look like you did isur d'rabonon? Do we have maris ayin over there or not? The Amos is there's machloikes of the Ramah and the Shach. If by Isur Drabonon Shaykh Maris Ayin. Again, when you're not doing any Isur Lukula Alma, but you're doing something people might think maybe you're going to do Isur the Rabbonon. So the Ramah says it's allowed. The Shach says it's Osur, which is in the Basar Becholov in Pei Zayin. The Ramah says like this: V'nagu lasas Cholov mishkedim umanichim bo Basar Oiv Oiv v'nerak mid Rabbonon. Meaning like this. There was a minig, and by the way, this minig is brought. Marshal also bring in Purim. They used to do a chicken in the milk of almond milk. So they used to do this chicken almond milk. Somebody walks into the house. He doesn't know it's almond milk. He's gonna think you just did chicken with milk. So the Ramah says, why you not choshesh? Somebody might think you just did Isur Basar B'cholov, you did now maybe a regular milk with chicken. The whole Isur Basar B'cholov with the oif. It's the Rabbanon, which is machloikes from the Mishnah all the way to the Achroinim. If it's Drabonon, the Ramah holds it's only Isur Drabonon. Yeah. Aval Basar Beheima, if you have a beef, if you have a beef and you want to do it the same thing, cook it in almond milk. Yesh lo niach etzel hachol of shgeidim. Next to the milk, you should have some almond, real almond. People should know this is the milk from the almond. Mishum maris ha'ayin. It says mishum maris ha'ayin. Okay, so according to the Ramah, since it's mashma, if any time you're going to do something and people might chosh at you did Isur Drabonon, you don't have to worry about it. That's the Ramah Paskin. So the Shach brings the Marshal, and many Poskin follow the Marshal L'chumra. Even though theoretically they say maybe the Ramah is right, they said to be better to be machmir like the Marshal, that even by Isur Drabonon, you should be machmir to Mishum Maris Ayin. People should not think you're doing Isur Drabonon. If anything look not so, they might think you're doing Isur, even if it's Drabonon, don't do it Mishum Maris Ayin. And there's a very strong raya. The Gemara in Shabbos says you're not allowed to take many camels while they tie to each other. Why? The Gemara says Mishum Chinga. Rashi explained over there, Chinga meaning they might think, again, today we don't have camels, nobody has even one camel. The older than when they had camels, if they all tie together, don't take them on Shabbos. What's the problem? Because people might think you're going to sell them on the marketplace. There was a whole marketplace buying and selling camels. So they might think that's why you should not do this on Shabbos. It's a Gemara for rest Masechet Shabbos, yeah? So the Shach says, L'choira, and let's say they think I went to the marketplace to sell the camels, and let's say I sold the camels on Shabbos. What's the Isur? This doesn't say in the Torah anywhere you're not allowed to buy and sell on Shabbos. It's Isur Drabonan. It's Drabonan. It shouldn't look over in the hole. Shouldn't look mekach memker. Also, you might ride a star. So mashma from her, even though it might look, I'm going to go do Isur Drabonan. Chacham told you not to do the Shumaris Ayin. Mashma from here, he says, you could do even Maris Ayin, even Drabonan. You should not do something that doesn't look like you're doing Isur Drabonan. It's a very strong raya Shach brings, and many, like I said, follow the Shach, the Taz. When it says it's better to be machmir like the Marshalet, even when you do chicken with almond milk, even though it's drabonon, you should not do it. But people might think even on Isur drabonon you're doing an Isur, don't do it. Now the Aruch HaShulchan is more mamlitz on the shit of the Ramah. He says you cannot learn from Isur drabonon on Shabbos. It's lechumra. Shabbos is lechumra. Could be by Shabbos with machmir because it's Isur Shabbos is chomur, but could be by Ovir, like the Ramah said. If you have a chicken with an almond milk, you don't have to put. Today would be not putting almond, but they would be putting the box of almond milk. Everybody says it's the milk you got from there, the almond milk box. So you don't have to. But it says Lemaisa, the Aruch HaShulchan says still it's better to be machmir like the Marshal, that even Isur Drabonan should be Osur Mishum Maris Ayin. There's the only thing is there is one exception when we are making by Isur Drabonan Mishum Maris Ayin. When there is some kind of hefsed, again, if it's Drabonan, and the whole problem is Maris Ayin, over there, well, you're not allowed to do in public, but privately you would be allowed to do if it's Isur Drabonan. For example, in this case, with the milk with almond would be the machmirim. Even when you privately should not do that. According to this, it's Maris Ayin. If it's Osur Afilu B'Chadar Chadorim, okay. So maybe not. Maybe over there it's poshut. It's more for you if you're doing it. You know it's almond milk. But Lamashal, the Mishnah brings the Gemara in the Ksubas bring Tanya Nochum Ish Galya Omer Tziner Sholu B'Kaskasim. You have a pipe of water going through, and there's a lot of grass growing over there, and the flow of the water it's clogged, and the water spilling out to your house, and it's ruining the house. So the Nochum Ish Galya, the Braisa says, the Machon Baraglo, you could go step on those grass and remove them from there. Betzina, only if it's betzina, not publicly. B'Shabbos, then the choishesh. It might be you're fixing, you're doing plumbing over there. You're fixing, you're removing the grass. He says, "Maitam b'sakin kalachar yadu." The tikkun you're doing, it's not you're doing it normal way. It's kalachar yadu with your feet. It's not normal way to fix things. Umokem pseido lo gozru b'rabonon. Omar Rav Yosef Halacha Kenochim Mishgaler. Says like this: if you have two inyonim of here. It's Isur Drabonon. Kalachar yad, to do something on Shabbos, not the normal way, it's the Rabbonon. And could be Pseda. You can never, if you're not going to fix this problem now, it's going to flood your house, it's going to do hezek to your house, then privately you're allowed to do. So it comes out the conclusion. Isur Maris Ayin, it's Shaykh, whatever you're not allowed to do in public, you're not allowed to do even by yourself. And it's even Shaykh Isur Drabonon, according to most poskim. If it's two inyonim together, it's Isur Drabonon, and it's some Pseda, then privately you're allowed to do, again, Isur Drabonon, Mokem Pseda, in a private place, then it's not Shaykh over there, Maris Ayin. Yeah.